Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Chelsea could announce 144 million double signings. Next week, as Enzo Maresca's master plan takes shape, Chelsea Football Club are gearing up for what promises to be a crucial phase of their summer transfer window. With the club's financial year drawing to a close, the West London side are positioning themselves to secure two major signings worth a combined £144 million, deals that could be confirmed as soon as next week. This aligns perfectly with the club's careful planning around the Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, ensuring compliance while continuing to strengthen the squad. Chelsea's transfer activity. So far, the Blues have already made notable progress in reshaping their team under new head coach Enzo Maresca. In recent weeks, Chelsea confirmed the additions of Liam Delap, a promising young forward expected to add depth to the attacking line; Mamadou Sarr, a highly rated defensive talent seen as a long-term project; Dario Isugo, an energetic midfielder with significant potential to grow under Maresca's guidance. However, these signings are only the beginning. With a clear vision for rejuvenating the squad, Maresca and Chelsea's recruitment team have now shifted focus towards reinforcing the attacking options. The need for attacking reinforcements. While Chelsea initially appeared to have sufficient depth on the wings, recent developments have forced a rethink. The club decided against making Jadon Sancho's loan from Manchester United permanent, choosing instead to explore alternative targets. Mykhailo Mudryk is facing an impending suspension due to a doping case, a significant blow considering the Ukrainian was expected to play a key role this season. Noni Madueke could also leave Stamford Bridge, with reports suggesting he may be moved on before the 2025-26 campaign, creating further uncertainty in wide areas. These challenges have made attacking reinforcements a top priority as Chelsea look to remain competitive in domestic and European competitions. Top targets: Jamie Gittens and a versatile forward. At the top of Chelsea's wish list is Jamie Gittens, the talented winger from Borussia Dortmund. Despite initial resistance from the German club, Chelsea's persistence appears to be paying off. Dortmund have rejected earlier offers, but a breakthrough in negotiations came after face-to-face talks between club representatives during the Club World Cup. Dortmund's asking price stands at around £60 million, €70 million, and Chelsea are working on a payment structure that meets their demands while managing cash flow responsibly. In addition to Gittens, Chelsea are actively pursuing a versatile forward who can operate across the front line. Two names have emerged as primary candidates: João Pedro, Brighton. Brighton have already rebuffed an approach from Newcastle, demanding £100 million for their star forward, a price tag Chelsea will have to match or negotiate around. Hugo Ekitike, Eintracht Frankfurt. The Frenchman is valued at €100 million, which translates to roughly £85.2 million. Ekitike's mobility and technical skill make him an attractive fit for Maresca's fluid attacking style. Chelsea's financial strategy. One of the most fascinating aspects of Chelsea's approach this summer is how carefully they have planned their spending. Despite heavy investment over the past few seasons, the Blues are confident they will not breach PSR limits. This confidence comes from the club generating a £128 million profit in their 2023-24 accounts, largely thanks to the sale of the Chelsea women's team to a related party for £200 million. This move, while controversial to some, is fully legal under Premier League rules. The league recently chose not to close this accounting loophole, allowing clubs like Chelsea to benefit from strategic internal sales. As Dave Powell, Reach PLC's chief business of football writer, explains, Chelsea's financial year for 2024/25 runs until the end of this month, and the club booked the sale of its women's team to a related party at a valuation of £200 million, during the 2023-24 accounting period, resulting in a £128 million profit. Again, all legal and above board. This financial breathing room will enable Chelsea to confirm major signings after June 30th, ensuring that any new expenditure falls into the next accounting period. What's next? Sales will be key. While Chelsea's ambition in the market is clear, balancing the books will still require player sales, particularly in the forward department. Two of the most likely candidates to depart are João Felix, whose future at Stamford Bridge looks increasingly uncertain, despite flashes of brilliance, Christopher Nkunku, who has struggled with injuries and inconsistency, and may be sacrificed to fund incoming deals. Other fringe players could also be moved on to free up squad space and reduce the wage bill. Chelsea open talks to sign £76 million star ahead of Manchester United, and Chelsea have open talks to sign Randal Kolo Muani from Paris Saint-Germain, according to reports in France. PSG spent £76 million to sign the French forward from Eintracht Frankfurt in 2023, but are ready to cash in less than 2 years later. Kolo Muani scored 23 goals during his final season with Frankfurt, but has flattered to deceive at PSG and struggled for game time in an incredible talented and young squad. The 26-year-old failed to hit double digits in his first season in the French capital and only scored 2 league goals last term before being sent on loan to Juventus. Kolo Muani impressed in Turin, scoring 10 goals in 20 appearances, and the Serie A giants are keen to sign him on a permanent transfer this summer. The player is also said to be keen to extend his stay at Juve, but has been offered another transfer option in the form of Chelsea. L'Équipe say Chelsea have entered into negotiations with PSG to sign Kolo Muani, who was heavily linked with Manchester United and Tottenham earlier in the year. Enzo Marresca has already signed one new striker this summer in Liam Delap, but Chelsea are keen for another attacker to arrive through the doors at Stamford Bridge. Nicholas Jackson continues to frustrate Chelsea fans, being sent off in 2 of his last 5 games, and Christopher Nkunku is set to be sold following a dismal spell in West London. Chelsea have expressed interest in Hugo Ekitike, who is also a target for Liverpool, but have been put off by Eintracht Frankfurt's £84 million valuation. As a result, the Blues, who won the Conference League last season and qualified for the Champions League, have turned to Kolo Muani. The PSG outcast has 31 caps for France and played in the 2022 World Cup final defeat to Argentina. Kolo Muani has enjoyed a superb finish to the 2024-25 campaign, scoring 6 goals in his last 8 appearances, including 2 in Juventus's opening Club World Cup win over Al Ain. Randal Kolo Muani and Chelsea, both at Club World Cup Chelsea, will get the chance to take another look at Kolo Muani when Juventus face Manchester City and Wydad AC in their 2 remaining Group G games. Marresca's side are of course also in the States for the Club World Cup and followed up their opening win over Los Angeles with a defeat to Flamengo. The West London outfit face ES Tunis in their final group game in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Chelsea defender Marc Cucarella says the heat in the United States has made it more difficult for European teams at the Club World Cup. Flamengo also have a good team. They are first in the league with a lot of international players and are in the middle of their season and physically did better than us in this moment, he said. Some of our players had a few weeks off and now we need to restart again, so it's a bit tough for the European teams. They also played in the heat, and maybe these things we can control better in this moment, and we can learn. But it's better it happens now in these stages rather than in the later rounds. The conditions are not the same as well for European teams, and it's not an excuse. It's a reality, and it's one of the reasons. But this is the tournament we need to play. We cannot make excuses, and if we win the next game, then we will go through. The 2 goals were pretty similar. They were crosses, they won the first contact, and just put the ball in the net. We need to improve. We have a tactic to defend and we can do better, but it's true that it's our second game in a short space of time, and these things can happen.